Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Sorrell, and I am also known as Plant Spirit Medicine Woman. I'm a medical herbalist, a cacaoista, shamanic healer, and teacher. And today it is my honor to guide you on a journey with cacao and with my gongs into the spirit realm to connect with the Roman goddess Autumnus. We are theming it this time to link up not just with the new moon, but also with the autumn equinox, which is happening in the northern hemisphere. You can, of course, do this journey at any time of year, any time of the moon cycle, to experience your connection with spirit and to work through either releasing anything which is holding you back in your life, anything which no longer belongs to you, but also to tune in to how to walk forward on your path, on your shamanic path, for healing and for manifesting your life streams. So if you are ready to begin, I anticipate that you already have your cup of cacao ready to go. I'm going to invite you to drink your cacao with everybody in the process that we go through. So hang on to your cacao for a moment. And the first thing I want us to do is cleanse our energy field. Then we're going to call in the directions with the cacao. So we're offering our cacao to our spiritual relations. And I'll guide you through that process. And then we'll be drinking our cacao together. And as we drink the cacao together, I will guide you through what's going to actually happen during our journey and how we can work through this together. So let's begin by cleansing our energy field. We're going to do this by using our hands. This is a Peruvian technique I've been taught, and we use our hands. This is so that we can use it wherever we are. We don't need some special herbs or feathers to do this work. All you need is your hands. So what I want you to do, or equally, if you could just use your imagination to do this, we're going to imagine that we have 3 layers of our energy body. We have the outer layer, which is like a protective shield around us, the aura. We have the inner area between the edge of our aura and our skin, which represents our emotional body. And then we have the physical body as well. So we're going to cleanse them in 3 stages. So let's begin by cleansing the outer layer of our aura. And we do this by bringing our hands together at our heart. I like to create a little bit of space there, like it's a cup. And I gather the love and the light from my heart in my hand. So we imagine that our heart chakra is opening and it's pouring love and light like a fountain into our hands. And we're going to gather that love and light and we're going to scoop it up and we're taking it over the top of our heads. And then we're opening up our arms. So we're sharing our love and light with the whole universe. And then the universe showers us with love and light in return. And so we allow ourselves to receive the love and light of the universe. And then we bring that love and light all the way over the outside of our aura. So imagine that you're washing yourself down now, all the way to the ground. And then when you touch the ground, if you can't touch the ground for any reason, maybe you've got to pull back, then you can just shake your hands, stamp your feet a little bit, and release any sticky energy which was stuck to the outside of your protective energy field. Now we're going to do the next layer, the emotional layer. Coming back to the heart, hands in front of the heart space, scooping that love and light up from your heart, opening your arms up to the universe, sharing it with the universe. And now bringing that love and light all the way through the emotional layer of our being. Cleansing any sticky emotions that don't belong to us anymore. Basically anything which doesn't feel comfortable can go away now. Giving it to Mama Earth. Thank you, Mama, for taking it off us. Shaking your hands, stamping your feet, thanking Mama Earth for taking that energy and composting it for us. The same way she composts banana skins and turns it into soil, she can do the same with our heavy emotions. Just take them away, transform that energy so it's ready for renewal. Coming back to our heart space, gathering love and light from our heart space, scooping that up over the top of the head, opening up to the universe, sharing our love and our light with the universe. And now the universe showers us with love and light, and now we're going to bring it through the physical layer. So imagine now that we're drawing the energy, the love and the light of the universe through the top of the head, all the way through the shoulders, the arms, the torso, all the way through the organs of the body, all the way down through the hips, the pelvis, down through the legs and out through the feet and the toes. Giving that energy to the earth that no longer belongs to you, any pain, any discomfort, anything which doesn't serve you, just being released into the ground. Okay, so now we've done our cosmic energy cleanse. We are going to call in the directions with our cacao. So I have a cup of cacao. I have already partaken of my cacao so that I can facilitate and hold space for you in this moment. And I'm holding my cup of cacao now with a little bit left in it, and I'm going to offer this cacao up to the directions, and I invite you to do the same with me. And this is so that our relatives, that we call them our relations in the shamanic way, we're going to invite them all to share our cacao with us. As we're offering it to them, then we're in a stronger dynamic relationship with them. All the best friendships are ones which are equal, so we want to share our cacao with our friends and relatives. So let's turn to the east direction. If you know where the east is, it's where the sun rises. I have to turn my back to you to do this on my swivelly chair. And so as I'm turning my back, I'm sharing my cacao, offering my cacao up to our friends in the east. And in the east, we call upon the rising sun, the dawn, the new day, and we welcome our beloved friends in the east. We welcome the spirits that join us here. We welcome the condor, the eagle. Help us to fly high and see with eagle eyes today. Protect us under your wings as we do this journey. And we thank you for joining us in ceremony today, Aho. And turning now to our friends in the south. Here we welcome in our beloved friends, the water element, the flow of life, the day, the warmth of the sun. And we also welcome in Mama Snake. Mama Snake teaches us how to gently move across the earth, the way that she moves heartbeat to heartbeat with Mother Earth every day as she moves. She also teaches us how to let go of anything which no longer serves you, which is a particular theme of today's journey as we tune into the time of autumn and fall. So we're welcoming Mama Snake as well, sharing our cacao with all our relations in the south. Aho. Now we connect in with our friends in the west. In the west, we welcome in the dusk, the setting sun, and we welcome this time, this autumn time. This is a moment where we harvest all the wonderful things that we've been growing, we've been working towards this year. And we are grateful for our harvest at this moment. We're also welcoming in the earth energies, and we're welcoming in Mama Jaguar. Mama Jaguar helps us to be brave warriors or warrioresses. She helps us to stalk our shadow. And she helps us to find our shadows. These can be elements of our consciousness which may be a little bit blind to us. Maybe some heavy energy that we need to bring home so that we can heal it, we can integrate it. Beloved ones, we welcome you. Aho. And now we turn to face the north direction. In the north, we're welcoming in the air, the clarity of thought. We're welcoming in the night, the bright moon shining. And we're welcoming our ancestors. Our ancestors are those who have already passed away before us and those who are yet to be born. And equally, our ancestors aren't just human in form. They could be the rose, the deer. They could be anything which lives on this earth plane with us. So we're welcoming our ancestors to our ceremony. Okay, and we're also calling upon Mama Hummingbird. Hummingbird teaches us how to trust the path, how to only accept the best in our lives. And so we welcome you all today to our ceremony. Aho. And now we come down and we connect with the earth beneath our feet. So I'm going to drop down to really connect in today with the earth, to offer gratitude for everything that we've received, for the harvests that we're receiving at this particular time of year. Thank you to Mama Earth and to all our earth relations. Thank you to the plant people, the stone people, the animals, furry, feathered and thin ones, creepy, crawly and slithery, slimy ones. We thank the mushrooms, the bacteria and even the viruses, all of the beings that help to co-create our reality in the physical plane. We welcome you. Thank you for joining us in ceremony. Aho, and we share our cacao with you. And now connecting in up above our heads with Father Sky, we want to welcome Father Sky and we thank him for the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies and the grey. We share our cacao with you. And now connecting in with the cosmic realm, we're calling upon Grandmother Moon to join us, Grandfather Sun to join us, the star nations, and all of the cosmic realm relations. We welcome you to share our cacao with you. Aho. And our final connection is with Great Spirit. We welcome Great Spirit, you who have 1,000 names yet are still the unnameable one, the creative force that manifests in all life. We welcome you. We thank you for our place within this matrix. Please help us to connect into the spirit realm today with our teachers, with our guides, so that we can create the life of our dreams. Thank you. Aho. So now you can start drinking your cacao. And as you are drinking your cacao, I will be talking to you a little bit more in detail about the journey that I want to guide you on so that you're familiar with it before we begin. Sometimes when we're journeying with the gongs, we can drift a little bit too deep and we get lost. So it's really good to have a grounding in the process so that if you do drift off halfway through, then you can come back and refocus your intentions and attention in the moment. We are going to be journeying into the lower realm, and this means that we are journeying with our imaginations into a place in the earth. Now, as we're doing this process, what that represents on a psychological level is going within our subconscious. And so really it's an exploration of our own consciousness as we do this work. So we are going to imagine that we are allowing our conscious mind, our third eye consciousness, which is said to be right in the center of our minds, based in the pineal gland, to connect by leaving our physical body, flying on a journey into a place in nature. And I always invite participants to choose the place in nature they want to go to rather than guide it in a specific way, so that you feel grounded and you feel really connected right from the get-go. So think about a place in nature that you would like to begin your journey. This could be super simple. It could just be your garden, or it could be a local beach, or it could be a mountain that you visited on your holidays. It could be anywhere at all, but it wants to be ideally somewhere really blissful in nature, somewhere you feel safe, somewhere you feel grounded, somewhere you feel connected to nature and the nature spirits. So that's the first part of our trip that we're going on today together. When we get to that place in nature, we're going to look for a way to go down. And this is where it gets a little bit Alice in Wonderland. We're going to look for a way like a portal. Maybe it's going to be a hole in the ground, like a rabbit hole, the same as Alice in Wonderland went down. Or it could be a cave. It could be a doorway in a tree. It could even be a body of water that you dive down, deep, deep, deep down through, a bit like a mermaid diving down into that space. And when we go down and round and down and round, we deepen our consciousness. And you will feel that usually as well, a little bit like you're drifting off to sleep, but we don't want to fall asleep completely. We are shifting our consciousness from a place of everyday awareness, which is called beta consciousness, into alpha, maybe even into theta and delta layers of consciousness, which are the most powerful daydreaming levels of consciousness that we can experience. And we're daydreaming, which means that we are dreaming whilst awake. And in that way, we can recall as much detail as possible of that subconscious experience. So we're going down and down and down and down, and then we pop out. I'm guiding you through this whole process so you won't get lost. We pop out into the lower realm landscape, and that lower realm landscape represents your inner realm. So it's part of you. So there's nothing to worry about when we're there. However, when we're going there are sometimes shadow parts of us that we need to be aware of, conscious of, and so it's always good to call for a guide. So the first thing I'm going to invite you to do when you get there is to call for a power animal to support you, to guide you on the journey. And the power animal that comes forward to you, if you're an experienced practitioner of shamanism, then you may already have a few power animals that you are familiar with and you work with. However, if you're new to this, then just be relaxed about who comes through for you and be patient about who comes through for you. Our power animals often change depending on the day, depending on the needs of our journey as well. So often, even if you are experienced, you might meet a completely new friend when you're down there today. Our power animal, we will then ask to guide us to meet the spirit of Autumnus. Autumnus represents this particular time in the yearly wheel and on the medicine wheel journey that we're all on. Now, as we go through the wheel of the year, there are different moments that are considered significant, and autumn equinox is one of them, and Autumnus represents that energy. It's when the light and the dark are equal in this particular area on the planet in the northern hemisphere. So it's 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of darkness. And in that moment, we can harvest everything that we've been working on before we go into the darker phase of the year, which is has a different vibration to the summertime for us. And we can do different things during that phase of the year. And then also we are just like the trees, who are the deciduous trees, who are letting go of leaves because they don't need them during the winter. They're holding them back. Then they will shed those leaves so we can shed anything which is no longer serving us. One other thing that came through for me when I worked with Autumnus, one other story that came through, was this concept of facing our shadow. And this made a lot of sense when I tune into the story of the medicine wheel. When we are coming to this phase of the year, we are facing west. When we're facing west, we often invoke Mama Jaguar and we invite her to help us with our shadow work. And so when I met Autumnus, she reminded me that at this time of year, because of the way the sun is positioned in the sky, our shadows look a lot longer. They're a lot easier for us to focus in on and be aware of. And so Autumnus showed me 3 of my shadows, my personal shadows that I'm working with, 3 of my blind spots that I need to focus in on and heal and to perceive in a slightly different way for my own benefit. And so in this journey, you can set your own intention, and your intention might just be to explore the lower realm landscape, to connect up with the power animal and meet Autumnus today. But if you are wanting to explore a little bit deeper, if you're a bit more experienced, perhaps you want to set an intention to face a shadow today, to see how you can evolve, how you can integrate that shadow in a healthy way into your life again. And usually with shadow work, it's quite simple. It's a bit like 2 sides of the same coin. So fear and excitement can sometimes be talked about as if they're 2 sides of the same coin. Anger, it can be a really positive emotion if it's channeled in the right way, but anger can also turn into a twisted resentment that can eat you up. So anger is great when it's about being active and invoking justice in life. However, it can eat you up and become a negative energy too. So this is also, we're having later in the month of this month, we have a full moon in Aries, which is very likely to bring up anger for us, which is probably why I'm thinking about that in this moment and sharing that wisdom with you. So we'll tune in to our power animal, we'll tune into Autumnus. Autumnus traditionally is not given a sex, so she's not necessarily a goddess or a god. I personally perceive her as a goddess, but be open-minded. It may come through for you in a different way. And they may appear to me and you in a completely different way as well. This is really just down to the subconscious and how the subconscious can receive these symbolic messages. Once we've done this journey and I've allowed you to spend a little time communing with these spirit guides, then I will bring you back to your body. I will remind you to walk home the same way as you began your journey, all the way back to your body, and then you will be able to integrate the messages that have come through for you. I really encourage you to journal at the end of this exercise so that you can make sense of this. The same way as when you wake up from a dream and you might journal your dreams, the symbolism can sometimes take a little bit of time to understand and deepen. We're going to be guiding you with the gongs. The gongs make lots of different noises all at once, so this helps us to go into a trance state. Each gong is said to make at least 13 different noises all at once, and they're very confusing for our left linear brain consciousness, which is very chatty and can get in the way of our shamanic brain awakening, having space enough to share its story. So sometimes at the beginning of the journey, there may be a lot of that kind of brain chatter. And then slowly, as you allow yourself to relax into the space and receive the gongs, they can help your brain to calm down so that your shamanic brain can awaken more fully. So I think we are all going to have finished drinking our cacao by now. and we can begin. So if you would like to make yourself really comfortable, sometimes it helps to darken the room a little bit. Maybe you want to put on a blindfold or cover your eyes, if that helps as well. And we're going to slowly, gently waken up the gongs and help you to relax. So if you've made yourself nice and comfortable and closed your eyes, then we can begin to fully relax into this journey. So let's tune into our body, taking some lovely long deep breaths. And invite our body to relax from the top of the head down to the tips of our toes. Relaxing through the forehead. Relaxing the eyes, the eyebrows, the eyelids. Feeling those eyelids getting heavy and drowsy. Relaxing through the cheeks and the jaw. Relaxing into the neck and the shoulders. Relaxing into the arms, the upper arms, softening the forearms, the hands and the fingers. Let all that energy in the arms just soften, let them be loose and limp. Now relaxing down through the back, through the muscles either side of the spine, the muscles of the chest and the rib cage. Feeling your breath expand into your chest and now into your belly, relaxing down into the lower back and into the abdomen and the lower abdomen. Relaxing even deeper now down through the hips, into the pelvis, down into the thighs, the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet and the toes. Cacao is going to begin to move through your physical body, expanding into every organ of the body, expanding into every tissue, every cell, bringing her delicious medicine, nurturing us, healing us, and awakening our shamanic brain. Helping us to make new connections, helping us to solve problems, helping us to open our heart chakra so that we're able to receive even more love from the universe. So feeling into that relaxation and that awakening that Mama Cacao offers us. Now let's tune in to our third eye consciousness. And let's start to imagine that our third eye is awakening. And we do this by tuning into our mind. Imagining our mind is completely empty, like the void of space, except for a tiny light in the middle. This tiny light in the middle is like a star far away in space. And like a shooting star, it starts to get bigger and brighter as it moves towards you through space. Imagine it getting bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter until it gets so big and so bright it fills up the whole of your mind. A word about visualizations for any of you who aren't feeling very visual. This is really normal. Sometimes my words can feel like you're listening to the radio, you're not seeing anything at all. But just follow the story and be open to receiving any information in whatever way it comes through for you today, whether it's visual or auditory or kinesthetic or a sense of knowing as we make these connections today. That white light in the mind now, let's bring it into the whole body. So let's imagine that white light moving down through the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the back, the chest, all the way through the torso. Imagine it moving all the way down into the abdomen, the lower abdomen. Moving down through the hips, the pelvis, the legs, the feet and the toes. Expand that white light out a little bit now into the aura that we've cleansed earlier. About an arm's length around you, so you're standing inside a star, a glowing globe of white light. Now let's take our white light out into the environment around us. Now you may live in an urban environment or perhaps the countryside, so let's feel in to the space that we live in, becoming aware of what's outside of us. We will draw our energy back soon, but just let's expand for a moment and feel with our third eye as we awaken it what's around us. Feeling into the earth beneath our feet, feeling into the sky above us and the air. Perhaps you're near a body of water, or you can tune into the underground streams beneath you. You might be tuning in to the buildings that are around you, or maybe the trees, the plants, the wildlife. Becoming aware of the space, the landscape about a mile wide that supports you now. Now we're going to draw that energy back before we go on our journey. So let's draw that energy back to being the room that we're in. Let's draw that energy back to being the aura that surrounds us. And now let's draw that energy back into our physical body so we can feel our skin again where we begin and end. And now drawing it all the way back into the third eye space. That little tiny white star now goes all the way back to being right behind the eyes and between the ears, right in the center of our mind is a black void. Now, a little bit like Tinkerbell the fairy in the Peter Pan story, it can go on a journey and it's going to fly for us. It's connected to us, but it can go on a journey into the lower realm, which we remember represents our inner subconscious mind. So imagine that it's leaving now out through the top of your head, the place we call our crown chakra. Dance around the room and then fly out through a window or a door. And as you're leaving your space, you're scooped up by a golden mist. And that golden mist lifts you up and you feel like you're protected by the wings of angels. And you start to travel towards your place in nature. Traveling across urban environments, towns and villages, countryside, forests and rivers and meadows and farmland. Maybe you're traveling across mountains and oceans, deserts, valleys. Start tuning in now to the place in nature that you would like to begin your descent into the lower realm. See that landscape coming into view as if you're an aeroplane coming into land in that landscape. Now start to descend, coming into land now. Let's all touch the earth now. Let our feet touch the earth and tune in to the texture of the earth. Whether you're standing on sand or rock or grass or some other texture, feeling the texture of the place in nature where you've landed, beneath your feet, pushing up beneath you. Start to sense the presence of a portal that will take you down into the lower realm. The golden mist has subsided completely now, so that you can see with more clarity where you're going. Now look around for that portal and remember that we are working with our imaginations, so if you can't immediately see something, nothing's becoming clear, then you create it. You might want to create a door in a tree, or a hole in the ground, or walk into a cave. We're going to do that now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go down through the portal. And let's imagine ourselves traveling down and round and down and round, deeper and deeper into the lower realm landscape. Feel yourself falling into a deeper state of consciousness with the intention of meeting a power animal and connecting with the spirit of Autumnus, the spirit of autumn. Almost ready to land, just tuning in to our intention and beginning to land now, beginning to feel yourself touch the earth again with your feet. That's really good. Start to become aware of the landscape that you've landed in. If it's dark, because sometimes we come out into a cave, then please light something. Perhaps you want to light a lamp, or perhaps there is an exit to the cave that you've landed in. You want to walk into the light. It's all good. And call for your power animal. With your inner voice, just calling for your power animal, calling for your power animal. Now in shamanism, there's a rule of 3, that if you're not sure if your power animal is the right animal for you today, or any other being is there for your good, then you ask 3 times. You just have to say, are you my power animal for today? 3 times to get the correct answer, and they will always reply honestly on the 3rd answer. If for any reason they're not the right power animal for you today, that's okay. There are a lot of beings here. There's a lot of energies we can tune into. Ask them if they know where your power animal is, or perhaps they can guide you, or just wait a little bit longer to see what comes. Sometimes our left brain can be a little too noisy, so it helps to be patient and just let go of expectation and see. And as our power animal shows themselves to us, we can begin to connect, noticing what kind of animal has come through for you, because there will be a message within this connection. What special qualities and gifts does this animal have? Perhaps they're an amazing hunter, perhaps they have really good eyesight, perhaps they can navigate their way underground with ease. There are so many animals that we can connect with. Sometimes we also connect with mythical beasts, and sometimes a spirit guide in a more human form comes through. All is good. Have some fun connecting with your power animal. Play with it, dance with it. And now ask your power animal to take you to meet the spirit of Autumnus. They may take you on a walk, a journey within the journey. So enjoy that process. Maybe Autumnus will come to you. Notice what they look like, what qualities they are sharing with you today. very clear intention today, a problem you're solving, some healing you're invoking for yourself or another. You may be wishing to release something or manifest something, get guidance. Or you may simply ask Autumnus, what can you teach me? Explore your journey and facilitate that by playing gong for you for a little while, and I'll call you back to your body soon where we can journal and integrate the messages that are coming through today. So allow yourself to drift, allow yourself to let go of expectation so that you're open to receive the magic that's available for you today. finish off any conversations or healing work you're doing in the lower realm. And now thank your guides, the spirit of Autumnus, your paranimal, and anybody else who's come through for you today. Start to make your way back to the portal, the place where you first entered this landscape. To that place, because I want to call you home again now through the portal. Getting ready to come back, and I start to pull you home again, and imagining now that you're coming up through the portal, that you're being pulled home by an invisible connection to your body. I like to imagine it as a cord of golden light pulling me home, like we're being reeled in, like a kite on a string, or a fish on a fishing line, being reeled in. Up and round and up and round and up and round we come. Up through that tunnel, back into the place in nature, grounding ourselves for a moment in our place in nature, feeling the golden mist come and scoop us up and carry us across the landscapes, across the urban environments, the cities, the towns, the villages, the countryside, the forests, the fields, the farms, the rivers, the oceans, the mountains, coming back all the way to the place where your body is resting and waiting for you, coming back to the room that you're in, or the space if you're resting outside. As you come back into connection with your body again, the golden mist leaves you, and you can fly back in through your crown chakra, coming fully back into your body now. Begin to feel your physical body, where you begin and end again. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, taking some deep breaths. And as you come back into full consciousness, remembering with as much detail as possible the journey that you've been on, just like when we wake up from a dream. And bringing that wisdom back, coming back into full consciousness again, our everyday consciousness. As soon as possible, I want you to journal. So to help you to complete the ceremony today, I'm just going to close the directions so that we're no longer in that enhanced shamanic perception, and then I will let you continue with your journaling and integration process. So let's begin in the east, thanking our beloved friends in the east. We thank you. We thank the fire, the rising sun, the dawn, the new day, this opportunity to rebirth ourselves. We thank the spirit of condor and eagle for helping us to fly and see with the eagle eye, for carrying our prayers into the heavens, helping us to manifest our dreams into our reality. Beloved ones, we thank you and release you. Aho. Connecting into the south, tuning in and thanking our beloved friends in the south. The water, the flow of life, the day, the warmth of the sun. We thank you. We thank Mama Snake, and we release you. Aho. Connecting in with our friends in the west. We thank the earth, the fertility of life, the dusk, the setting sun, and we thank the spirit of Mama Jaguar, who teaches us how to be brave warriors and warrioresses, how to integrate those shadow parts. Thank you for joining us in ceremony, and we release you. Aho. Connecting in with our friends in the north, the night, the bright moon shining, the air and clarity of thought, the ancestors and hummingbird. Thank you for showing us the way. Thank you for showing us the way to come home again. We love you and release you. Aho. Connecting in with the earth beneath our feet. Let's connect down again with Mama Earth. We love you, Mother Earth. We thank you and all our earth relations, the plant people, the stone people, the animals, furry, feathered and fin ones, creepy, crawly, slithery, slimy ones, viruses, mushrooms, bacteria, all of our friends on earth. Thank you, and we release you. Whoa. Connecting in with Father Sky around us and above us. We thank you for the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies, the grey. We thank you for wrapping your loving arms of protection around us in space, protecting us and all our earth relations. We love you and release you. And we release Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, the star nations, and all of our cosmic realm relations. And last, we connect and release Great Spirit. You have 1,000 names, yet are still the unnameable one. Thank you for connecting us up into the spiritual realm. Thank you for showing us what we needed to see, for helping us to feel what we needed to feel. And we release you. And I also release you. Thank you for joining me for this magical ceremony today, where we connect in with Autumnus, with our power animals, and hopefully you have experienced a good journey today. I would love to hear from you. You can leave me a comment on this YouTube channel for me to reflect on and respond to. You can also get in touch with me. There are ways in the description which are offered for you to connect with me in a more personal way. And also, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel so that we can continue this wonderful work of offering free cacao ceremonies online. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again in ceremony soon.